Everybody's talking about these SNAP benefits, the economy, everything that's what's going on. Like, what is going on wrong right now? But this isn't new. Like, this isn't new. This has already happened over and over again. This is not the first time. I'm not surprised. People that are surprised, read your Bible. This has already happened. Now, I'm not here to shame anyone because I know that there are actually people that need help. And unfortunately, in everything, including government contracts, including business and entrepreneurship, including everything, when one is like, when you have one rotten apple, it just ruins the bunch. So there are definitely women, men who are in dire need of these services right now. They're just like, man, I just need a pinch just for a little bit so I can get back on my feet. But the majority, and this is based off data, the majority of people using these snaps, it's a culture. It's like my grandparents and my parents, and so I will teach my children how to live off of somebody else. And you know what that's called? Slavery. It's like they're voluntarily becoming a slave. So there's a name for that. It's called a bond servant. Look it up. If you look at the Bible and you ask Webster Dictionary, what does bond servant mean? It is a volunteer, it's a slave who volunteered to become a slave. So they're teaching their children how to be slaves, how to be controlled financially by someone else. This is really about turning to God and saying, Lord, show me what to do with what I already have. Because if you're afraid, like when I hear people are just like, I'm going to go, I'm just like scrolling through social media lately and just the brokenness in people's hearts. And they're just so scared that their fear turns into anger. Like, if I don't get my SNAP benefits or else, I'm going to go and steal. It's like, that's exactly what the enemy wants you to do. The enemy wants you to stay in this tornado of sin for as long as possible. Because as long as he has his grip on you, his ties on you, you can't do anything other than. And he gets to use you and abuse you and kill you because what he wants to do is steal, kill, and destroy. He doesn't care about your happiness or your joy. He doesn't care about love. He doesn't care about abundance and opportunity. He doesn't care about those things. He cares about keeping you broke, busted, and alone. That's what he cares about. So when I hear people talk about that, I'm not angry. I'm very sad. I pray. I'm like, Lord, you're working in their lives and they can't see it. What can I do? How can I help? So I decided to go live on a video. I have 15 minutes until my next business call. I just finished lunch. And this is my personal, yeah, this is my personal YouTube channel. I had to make sure. Um, I just wanted to show up and serve and love you where you're at. I'm going to share this stuff because this is how I feel. And if you don't agree, that's okay. I still love you anyway. But if you agree, hopefully it serves you. And then you can share it with other people. And we can really just step into like the next decade with power, with the power that we already have. Recently I used to exercise a lot. I used to be in the gym, eating well, healthy, all this stuff. But I was not raised that way. I was not raised that way. I had to learn. And then I unlearned. And then I had to learn again. And I unlearned and now I'm learning it again. And so um It's been a challenging time for me. It's been very humbling, to say the least, to really prioritize my health, and not just to look good and feel good, but also to like be strong and confident in every single rep that my personal trainer has me go through. I'm like, at first, it was so hard to focus. It was like, oh, I can't do another one. And now I'm counting them. And she's like, whoa, you're a lot stronger. We're going to do like 4 sets instead of three, you know? And it's all because I stayed in the game. And it's so much easier to maintain and start all over again. There are people making millions of dollars online, people rebuilding their lives through purpose, creativity, and faith. And the problem isn't lack, it's laziness. It's laziness, it's fear, it's distraction. What if it doesn't work? What if it does? I don't know how. Then learn. Then learn. Like we learn clarity comes from taking action. We don't get clarity without taking action. It doesn't work that way. It's never been proven that way. Scientifically, spiritually, never been proven that way. This is so we might as well use what's already shown success, which is to take action to get the clarity. We cannot get the clarity without the action. So we have to take action to get clear on how to do the thing that we're choosing and seeking to do. So today, I wanted to share with you like what God has out my heart, because I was just like in the kitchen, like making my little chicken. I had a Chinese chicken salad. That's what I had. Chinese chicken salad I made. It's really good. I'm like, wow, I'm such a good cook. But it was really good. And instead of lettuce, I use cabbage because I want to get that fiber. And I'm making my salad. I'm cutting the chicken up, and I'm thinking to myself, like, man, like this God uses everything for his good. So regardless of why your SNAP benefits you're being taken care of, like regardless of why benefits are being eliminated, it doesn't matter. What matters is what are you going to do with the opportunity? And I thought about the parable of the 10 maidens. It's from Matthew 25, verse 1 to 13. I thought about the parable of the maidens. And it's all about being ready, like stay ready. Like don't if you're it's just kind of staying comfortable, God is gonna find ways to help you get out of comfort. He doesn't want you in comfort. You can't grow in comfort. Comfort is not comfortable. Comfort is not freedom. Comfort is ties. Like when you see people growing and scaling their businesses and they, getting all this money and transforming their lives, and they have so much confidence and they have so much resilience and clarity, it's because they did hard work to get there. So the parable of the 10 maidens, it's about five wise maidens and five foolish maidens. And they were all kind of collected for this journey. Now the five wise maidens, they brought extra oil on their journey. It was late at night, dark, and they could not see. And they knew that they would need the extra oil. See, a lot of times when I'm talking to people, they're getting enough, just enough. I'm like, bro, like I can tell how big your bank account is based on the language you use. If you say enough and it's not in a response of like I'm tolerating what I'm hearing, like enough, or if it's like I just want enough, I just need enough too. I already know what God you serve, and it's not my Lord. It's not the creator of the universe. It's your wallet. So here's what it says in Matthew 25. It says, then the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. Five of them were foolish, and five of them were wise. For when the foolish took their lamps, they took no oil with them. But the wise took flasks of oil with their lamps. Now, as the bridegroom was delayed, they all became drowsy and slept. But at midnight, there was a cry. Here is the bridegroom. Come out to meet him. Then all the virgins rose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said to the wise, give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out. But the wise answered, saying, since there will not be enough for us and for you, go rather to the dealers and buy for yourselves. And while they were going to buy, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went in with him to marriage feast, and the door was shut on them. Now, after the other virgins came along, saying, Lord, Lord, open the door, open to us. But he answered, truly, I say to you, I do not know you. Now watch, therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour. Why is that story so powerful? It's exactly what we're seeing right now. There are wise and there are foolish. The foolish will say, oh, give me what you have already earned. Give me what you have worked for. Give me what you have prepared for yours. And the wise are so smart. And wise are doing what is best for the foolish. You see, oftentimes people are like, oh, well, you should give me your money because I need it. I need help. It's like, I don't know your journey and you don't know mine. God might be calling me to do something else with that. And so if you try to guilt me into giving you money, right? That's not the right way. That's not a God way. God is the only one to tell me what to do with my money. It's a tool. I don't bow to any man. So when there's an opportunity to level up, and I believe that this is an opportunity to level up for those who have been relying on the system to take care of you, pick up your mattress and walk. This is specifically read in The Man at the Pool of Bethesda. This is John 5, 1 through 9. I'm going to go through John 5, 1 through 9. 5. John 5, 1 through 9. It says, after this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went to Jerusalem. Now there in Jerusalem by the sheep gate and pool in an Aramaic called Bethesda, which has 5 roofed colonnades. In these lay a multitude of invalids, blind, lame, and paralyzed. One man was there who had been an invalid for 38 years. Now, when Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had already been there a long time, he said to him, do you want to be healed? And the sick man answered, sir, I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up. And while I'm going, another steps down before me. Jesus said to him, get up, take up your bed and walk. At once, the man was healed and he took up his bed and walked. I love that story because Jesus didn't say, I am healing you. Jesus said, get up. And that was the healing. Oftentimes, people are not willing to make the first step in order to receive the blessing on the other side. When you don't see it, that's okay. Walk by faith. And it's harder. It's harder to walk by faith. It is easy to say you're going to walk by faith and actually walk by faith. Trust me. Ask me how I know. It is so difficult to walk by faith sometimes. But in this situation, he wanted to get into the pool. He was like, I am on the side. I have been here for 38 38 years. 38 years. Many of you watching this video are 38 years old. Like, imagine being laid up by a pool you can't get into because no one will help you if they're just stepping over you. And Jesus is like, get up. Like, what are you doing? Get up, take your bed, and walk. Meaning that you already had everything you need to do the thing that you needed to do. And that's what's happening right now. Some of the people, some of you, snap, no snap, some of you are waiting for someone to move for you when God is commanding you to move for yourself. And when leaders say get up, some people get offended instead of getting free. It boggles my mind. It's not cruelty. They're not trying to be cruel. It's correction. They're trying to realign you to bigger, better things, to abundance, because freedom starts with movement. Taking action gets to clarity. Taking action gets to freedom. But if you're trying to stay stuck, stay focused on what you have, and you don't want to let go of it for greater things, then how can God bless you? You're looking for Lord, bless me right now. Please, Lord, bless me right now. No, but you can't take any of the things that I have. Just give me more. God's like, no, I don't want. Listen, what you have in your batch is spoiled and rotten. In order for me to make you clean, I have to get rid of what you got so I can give you something more. That is what he's doing here. So everybody focusing on talking in circles and snap this, snap that. One side of people are like, I don't want to pay those taxes. Shoot, let them go hungry. Let them figure it out. I'm working 10 jobs to put food on the table for my family. And then another side is like, well, I need my SNAP benefit, so I'm going to go steal it. And then another side is like, well, I'm going to get it anyway cuz I have ways. It's like you're missing the point. You know the story of the road to Emmaus in Luke 24:13 to 35. Luke 24, Luke 24, 24, Luke 24:13 to 35. That very day, two of men were going to a village named Emmaus, about 7 miles from Jerusalem, and they were talking with each other all about these things that had happened. This is right after Jesus died. And they went to his tomb and he wasn't there. So while they were walking and discussing together, Jesus himself drew near. Jesus himself drew near and went with them, but their eyes were kept from recognizing him. And he said to them, what is this conversation that you are holding with each other as you walk? And they stood still, looking sad. And one of them said, named Cleopas, he said, answered him, are you the only visitor to Jerusalem who does not know the things that have happened there in these days? And he said to them, what things? And they said to them, concerning Jesus of Nazareth, a man who was a prophet, mighty indeed in word before God and all the people, and how our chief priests and our rulers delivered him up to be condemned to death and crucified him. But we had hoped that he was the one to redeem Israel. Yes, and besides all this, it is now the third day since these things happened. Most people focus on the perspective of Cleophas and like, what are you missing here? But I'm going to show you something. In this story, it's so powerful to transform your perspective into seeing that there was opportunity in taking action. They could not see him. They could not recognize him because he was a completely new identity. He wasn't what he was anymore. He was something completely new and different. And they were so focused on the problem that they couldn't even see the presence of God. But look at Jesus' perspective. He had gone to hell, defeated death, entered heaven, fulfilled prophecy, and then came to walk with among the people. He did all of that while they're sad, while they're focusing on something that has already happened, the past. He took action. He got things done. He didn't go back complaining. He went back to commission. So I ask, are you the one talking about Jesus? Or are you the one walking in his power? Because when you die to self, to fear, to excuses, to old habits, you'll rise again in a form that people won't even recognize. And that's okay because resurrection changes your form. You can't hang around people still talking about the problem when you're walking in purpose. So, this isn't a time to panic. This isn't a time to complain. This isn't a time to be in worry and stress and anxiety and overwhelm and frustration. This isn't a time to hold on to old. This is a time to claim the new, the opportunities that are right in front of you, that are literally in your hand. You just have to take action. I want to share with you how important it is to take action because when you take action, when you really take action, you start to take inventory of all of your abilities, your abundance in your house. Go read the story about the woman with oil. She didn't even know. She was like, oh, I only have a bit of oil to sell. And that was exactly what she needed to unlock her abundance. I love you guys. I got to go, but I just wanted to share with you. Hopefully that served you.